Once again. Sorry to not really dress up for the stream today. I spent some time making some salmon patties from scratch.
Are we on schedule?
With some rice and crab salad. Also had to take my friend to work. I've been helping him out last couple weeks. Then, oh, my stargazers are starting to bloom, and I started to de-weed my garden, but you know, got sidetracked. There's so much rain happening lately. I don't know why it's been raining like crazy, but it has, so that kind of slowed me down outside. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to see, well, I don't know if I'd say excited considering what happens. But I have been looking forward to replaying the INTERmission DLC, so indeedy.
Look at all these people.
Enough to make you sick. Let's get this over with.
Excuse me, I have some questions. You work for Shinra, isn't that right? Then would you care to comment on the rumors that Sector 7 will be the...
That reporter is gonna get himself killed, like legit. He's starting too much trouble.
You! Stop right there! Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, luckily Sonan was there because Yuffie was definitely trying to get herself killed.
You're up, Heidi.
I like that they still make her reckless. They still make her a 16-year-old, but she just isn't as bratty as she was. Or she has more charm now. She probably will have, because her character arc. I mean, the difference being that now that these characters are no longer optional.
What floor?
Their character arcs are going to be mandatory. So, in her character arc, I mean, I think she's still going to do the whole materia thing. You know, where she steals everybody's materia. I think that stuff is going to actually happen. And she probably will get a little brattier for a little while. You know, that you know, has a downside in her character, and then she comes to a realization, whatever, she makes up with her father. She's probably going to make up with her father at some point. Like I said, she's going to do the stealing the materia thing. I hope that it won't be mandatory, likely, but I hope that we'll be able to still do the, you know, at the end when she can do those trials, basically, is what they are. And that's part where she makes up with her father. I don't know if they'll attach it to doing something like a trial.
100%.
The father part may or may not be optional, but I think in general, like the stealing the materia and stuff is gonna be.
I think not. Foreign visitors
Scarlet.
should take the scenic route.
We know what side she would have been on in the 40s in Europe. I'll put it that way. I don't know how explicit I can get with it, but I can promise you she would have been on the wrong side of history in the 40s.
I'll never get a better chance. That was Scarlet, Director of Advanced Weaponry. It was one of her machines that killed Melfi.
Calm down, Sonan.
I like that she has a little pinwheel. His sister has a little pinwheel in her hair.
We're here for a reason.
Right, boss. I'm sorry.
Man, his family really got the short end of the stick. I hope their parents aren't
I was
alive.
ready to strangle her myself. And that's before she sent us off in the wrong direction.
Where did she send us?
Yeah, Sonan's whole story sucks.
Don't worry, we'll get to materia research eventually. Just a little longer, my precious.
You know, Yuffie's really cocky and confident, but I mean, the girl is truly amazing to be 16 and be this level of fighter. I mean, she learned from the best, but I mean, that is still a remarkable achievement for somebody so young. Lightning, will lightning work? I don't know why I'm having so much trouble thinking about what enemies I come across in here. I think lightning will be fine, but I think I come across probably more humans. Alright, I have already finished all of that. I have the Gadadama rungs, which is going to make this not quite a cakewalk. I mean, I won't go that far, but it will be much easier than it would have been.
Just look at this place.
Now, oh,
Weapons
I can't.
Here,
Okay.
weapons there, weapons everywhere. They're ready for some serious action.
Sounds like you are too.
Duh.
And the animations are so, I mean, like just the character movements, so fluid, realistic. I mean, it really was a game changer when we were able to do mocaps for video games instead of trying to mimic human. Because there's so many little tiny movements that we make,
Not exactly my favorite.
you know,
Gonna make me mad.
that you just can't.
Important.
It's extremely difficult, if not impossible, to replicate without having a human being to base it off of. Even down to the little eye movements, the breathing. You can you know, see when they're breathing. You can just see kind of the readjusting that they do.
Prepare to feel the wrath of Wutai.
All right, you get that sweeper. I'm going to get something. Oh, what else is there to get? Oh, the slug race. Okay. I want to see. I would use hers too, but I don't know if it resets after every time that you in this particular fight. I think it does, but I'll be able to tell with Sonan. Well, Sonan, you gonna attack him or not? Just standing there staring.
Data collection complete. Recalibrating for next test.
But yeah, it's interesting that, well, I guess it's not. I bet a ton of fighters at least learned from her dad, if not were personally trained by him. So, but Sonan is clearly older and must have been of the time when he wasn't like a, you know, raging drunk and and in prison and all that. She obviously knew the worst side of him, and I would say it's probably more recent. They probably were really close when she was younger, and then after Wutai fell, after Wutai fell, basically,
Combat data collection sequence.
that's when her attitude on him turned, and he probably, you know, resorted to drinking to, you know, the same song and dance to drown out his problems and deal with the fact that he basically had to humiliate himself, lower himself to, that is what I'm guessing, you know, in order to basically keep Wutai alive and not burnt to the ground. He did what he had to do. And he probably is scared. He probably didn't, you know, just because you're a great fighter doesn't mean you don't get scared. You don't freeze up. You don't have insecurities. You know.
Why did I ever think for a second she'd be nice?
Scarlet is a real bitch.
Damn well it's gonna be a pain in the ass getting up there.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Honestly, how do I do it? Now then, Sonan, how you feel about giving me a boost?
Ecstatic.
Come on, Sonan. Give me a boost. Still sick, sorry. It's worse this morning. I don't know. Or it was this morning. Now it's not necessarily morning, but yes, you get what I'm saying. I also gotta stop mumbling. I apologize. I'm a mumbler. I am going to actively stop mumbling. Yeah, she paid good money for them. Good for her.
Madam Director, The intruders are about to reach the research facility.
And we'll let them. Meanwhile, find out what it is they want. You do have eyes, don't you? Then you can see that while they are simpletons, they've made it further than any normal Wu-Taiyan ever could. Clearly they are ninjas. Teenage ninjas. And they've come such a long way. We simply must roll out the red carpet. My trusty steed should provide a fitting welcome, I think. Keep me apprised, would you?
Ma'am.
I mean, they just not paying these guys enough to be doing all that.
Then retrace their steps. Find out why they're here. Above all, do not let them out of your sight. Sir!
It's my cloudy pillow. Alright. Let's roll.
Where are you? Is that materia I smell?
End of the line, Wu-Tai scum!
Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, I can't stand these guys. And you feel so freaking overpowered, especially if you get level 50 and all that. It's crazy. And I have all my MP ups. Like, my loadout is ridiculous. I got Skill Master and MP ups, HP ups, ATB assist. It's not impossible to die. You could be reckless or arrogant about it, but it is... You'd have to purposely be screwing up. Which is not a... Which I am not above. So, you know, buckle up, because I'm a pretty hilariously... I'm a kind of a bullshit gamer. I kind of bullshit my way through video games, so... I have played many, and I have been terrible at most.
Level 1 power grid online. Initiating Mako energy saturation.
No,
Deploying security grade.
I'm pretty good with Final Fantasy, though. Alright, Miss Yufei. Yufei! Let's go. Hit that button.
Access denied. No floors currently accessible.
Oh, not in the mood, huh? Fine. We'll find another way up.
Didn't think so, but figured it didn't hurt to try. Need to go
is
up
that a
here.
security grate or a
Oh, this
Thanks, Shinra.
in all likelihood. Let me think. Like I said, I played it twice. The weekend it came out, the day of, and then I beat it again.
Not even a whiff of materia up here. But then there's nowhere
Well,
else to go.
no, I definitely beat it the weekend. That weekend. Or the day of, I should say. I feel like I played a second playthrough then. And then I recorded it in Japanese. And I recorded it in French. Plus, I had to play the hard mode to get everything. To get those trophies. I mean, this is probably the 6th time I've beaten this. But it's like it's long enough to where you don't feel like you were cheated for your $20. I mean, $20. That's what's crazy. Because I already had a place, like I bought it again because I wanted the cover art and all this stuff and whatever came in it. But I already had a PS5 and I already had the PlayStation 4 version. So I mean, really, I got Intergrade for free if I wanted to, and I would have just paid the $20 and gotten an entirely like badass DLC for it. $20. Now, I know people frame it like, oh, I wasn't going to buy a whole PlayStation 5 just to play this DLC. Well, it's not like you're not going to play anything else on the PS5. You're going to need it anyway if you want to play, you know, most of anything else coming out for PlayStation in the next 10 years. It does suck that people that had the digital version couldn't, you know, they had to rebuy the game. I really don't know why, honestly, because you can tell if somebody already had a PlayStation account if they've already bought it. You know what I mean? So if you have the same PlayStation account, I don't see why you would have to. I could be wrong about that. I felt like that was a thing. Whee! You know, they're doing some pretty death-defying stunts because that looked terrifying. What she just did. She's on like a little light controller with her or some sort of control and just flipping around as if she would not fall to her death. No! Run! Sonar's an idiot. Why did he stand there? I gotta remember to look for Shinra boxes because if you don't know, with Shinra boxes, some of them have MK shards in them. Yeah, like that one. So the little that I spent to do the Kiraga, I probably just got back my MP. However, what you can do, we got time. We're flying right through this, so. If I save and then reload the game, and then just look how fast it is. It took like a minute for PlayStation 4. It flew by. I mean, that couldn't have been 5 seconds that took. But yeah, you can. So you can just keep doing that. Just load and hit the boxes again. Load, hit the box again. So like if I wanted, the only reason I still use my MP sparingly is because, you know, you don't know, it's randomized. So you don't know how many boxes you're going to have ahead of you that will actually have the shards. But especially if you're going to go into a big battle or something, you know, just do what you got to do. And then you can always backtrack and try to find boxes later. This is Proud Claude. I am pretty certain someone, Dreams in the Knock pointed this out. I thought it was maybe one of the weapons, but like I said, this was before I had replayed and I realized there's no way in hell that's one of those weapons, and they don't make them. So that's obviously Proud Claude, which if you played the original Final Fantasy VII, there's a battle with that mech later in the game, and yeah, you like Scarlet and Heidegger are controlling it. That's near the end of the game. That's disc.
Initiating Mako energy saturation.
It's either the very end of disc 2 or it's the beginning of disc 3.
Not long now, my precious. Safe in my arms soon.
No, I think it's the very end of disc 2 though.
Lock released.
And what do we have here?
And there are only 3 discs.
Material vault, perhaps?
That's what it got. That's what has everyone's brains racked though, because even though there's only 3 discs, you would think, well, Remake could do 1 disc per game. Midgar is maybe a third of the first disc. I mean, they have a lot of ground to cover. So, but there are some things that could be technically optional, or they can hold off. And then one thing is, like, they're probably going to choose, whereas the story you got literally depended on who was in your party. I don't think it's going to be that open anymore. I think there's going to be some things that are just like the gold saucer date that are just going to be one canon thing that happens. As an example, with the gold saucer date, my guess is, this is my guess as of right now, based on information I've gotten about, I'm putting a lot of things together. I'm thinking about the fact that they just wrote Tracer 2 Pass, where it's shown that Jessie was a close friend to Tifa at one point, and we know from chapter 4 that Jessie used to be, before her dad basically was killed. I mean, he was in a coma, so, you know. she got the princess part in the Gold Saucer play. That was literally what she what her role was. And then it turns out that she taught Tifa like how to walk and things like that, stage presence and stuff like that.
Focus.
And the role that if you're Tifa or Aerith, depending on who you are, what happens in the Gold Saucer date is they go down, you know, they go exploring, and depending on if you're Cloud or Tifa or Aerith, you end up getting roped into a play where Cloud is the prince and one of the girls are the princess. Well, between that and the fact that they have, I've heard that they have Tifa's voice actress teaching, I'm sorry, not teaching, she has been practicing singing, and then her mocap has been been caught doing some dancing stuff. And then you hear Andrea Rodea in chapter 14.
Right.
If you do that side quest, saying that he hopes to see Tifa on stage one day. And someone else pointed out to me, Meza, my friend Meza pointed out that, which I knew, but that also made sense, that if you know about like Aerith and Zack, for instance, they do a lot of matchy stuff. The one date thing that she says to Cloud is literally what Zack said to her the first time they met. They have a lot of the same mannerisms and things like that, and so does Tifa and Cloud. If you actually watch even their movements, down to their movements, even the way that in chapter 17, I made a little clip about this. Even the way that they jump is similar. I mean, so there's a lot of parallels, and so the fact that Cloud did a performance, I think, you know, between listening to Monk and all the people that I talk to on Twitter a lot, that makes the most sense to me. I think that it will be a performance, and likely everybody will be there. You know, the whole group will be there instead of it just being those two. But I do think that at some point, Cloud and Tifa will run off and do like the gondola ride, stuff like that. I would be pretty surprised if they actually made it as open as it was, where you could end up on the gondola ride with Aerith or Barrett, you know what I mean? I believe, I cannot say this for sure, I believe that, I believe that the resolution scenes were sort of supposed to be an homage to the Gold Saucer dates. So at this point, it seems they're going away from that, especially since they're going away from the LTD stuff altogether. Especially after, you'll notice after chapter 12, other than the resolution scenes, like the Aerith Cloud stuff completely drops off. Even when they go to save her, she is excited to see him. She says, you came to save me, blah, blah. But it's not nearly as hyped up as it is in the original. They don't have the prison scene. I mean, all that stuff is gone. And a lot of it was already gone. Not only was a lot of the LTD stuff already gone, but they added a ton of Cloudy into it. So, I don't know how I got on this road. Oh, my point being, to go back to my main point. I think to save resources and stuff, they're just going to decide what, you know, they're going to make some canon decisions. I definitely know at this point with them adding Zack into the fold that Gongaga is going to be, it was already mandatory per se, but I specifically mean talking to his parents. I don't think that you were required to do that, but Gongaga is most certainly going to be required. Gold Saucer has to be because you have to meet Kate Sith. But there are some places here and there that they can trim, because I really do not think they're going to try to stretch this game out more than 3 games. I would be shocked.
Level 3 power grid online. Initiating Mako energy saturation. Deploying security grade.
Now we're cooking. Common material ready or not.
watching the wrong screen. Hold on. Okay. Got a little mixed up for a second there. Now these little bastards that come out right here. Ugh. They are the worst.
Man, another stupid dud. Uh-oh. Quit holding out on us, Shinra. We're here for materia, not these dorks. I'm gonna go to town.
Alright, now I'm going to let... Yeah, we need to get him first. Except I am attacking the wrong one. That's okay. Now I'm going to do... Well, hell, it didn't even scratch him. Okay, that's not good. What that's about? Oh, I guess I do have to do... Well, but I don't have any magic on me. Well, yeah, I do. I forgot Yuffie. Let's do some insight. Alright, he's going to...
Okay. Bring it up, going down.
Windstorm.
So, have you found out what they want yet?
We think so. We can't say for certain, as their behavior is erratic. But they appear to be searching for materia.
Excuse me? You mean to say that these savages have gone to all this trouble for materia?
So far as we can tell, yes.
How very dull. Be that as it may, I suppose I should talk to them.
Ma'am.
Enjoying yourselves, I trust? Awed by a simple hologram? How precious. But I know just what you need to loosen up a little. After such a long journey, you must be so tense. Luckily, I have toys for that. All far more entertaining than this.
What are you
Oh,
Yeah, Scarlet is,
way to talk to your host?
she's interesting.
Really, though. As guests, it's more about what you want, and I think you'll find it just up ahead. Hurry now. Don't keep me waiting.
Great plastic surgeon, though.
So, boss, what are you thinking?
That we're walking into a trap, I guess. But it's nothing we can't handle, right?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay. Oh, I should probably save just in case. Never know. Never know. Okay. Do I have revive on everybody? So, you know, I got into hot water because I didn't have revive on Yuffie. Dang. I guess I could sacrifice some HP. Keep my elemental. And put revive. Is there a bench in here? I guess I made that up. Let's save again. I didn't even remember saving. Okay. Let's see. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. What in the hashtag hell is going on? Okay. Lost. Very. Okay. Let's follow the little. There we go. Okay.
To our state-of-the-art testing facility.
Oh hell.
This is where we push every piece of ordnance to its limits and beyond. Such tests are an invaluable part of the development process. Go on, see where the magic happens.
Commencing ordnance testing. Select ordnance type to deploy for this trial.
Okay. I hate them little things. I'm gonna fight something else.
Ordnance deployment procedure.
The invitation. Wasn't crazy about her face design initially, but it's definitely grown on me. Thought it was just a little too round, you know, from what I remember in OG, but it's definitely grown on me.
Beginning analysis.
You had to go and wake the beast. Felt that one, did ya?
Windstorm. That windstorm is powerful. It doesn't matter who you're using it against. It's crazy. So yeah, my loadout, I have ATB assist because it helps Sonan get bars, because you know you can't normally, the way you can get around a slower ATB is just by, you know, using the character and hitting. She can't do that with Sonan. He hits on his, you know, he can only hit either if you tell him to or if he feels like it. So I use the ATB assist for that. Then I use the skill master because as I'm hitting and as I'm, you know, yeah, as the skill master, when you use three different ATB commands, you get an extra bar. And it sort of starts becoming I mean, at some point you just start getting bars after bars after bars if you keep using techniques. See, like how her gauge is just like flying up. I barely even use Sonan. But Yuki's so powerful. Like I said, I'm so overpowered. Like Yuki's so powerful. I normally just use him for healing and stuff. I don't even give him commands half the time. And this banishment is pretty sick too. No! I definitely wasn't watching my my health, that's for sure. Yeah, might as well use it. And it's Sonon. Another Kiraga. And I have, with Sonon, I have healing and magnify on him. And magnify is maxed out, so I think you only lose about 25% of the
Analysis concluded. Continuing
the
trial.
efficacy on it.
Select ordnance type to deploy for this trial.
I don't have revive because if Yuffie dies, he sacrifices himself, so there's no reason to. You really only need it on Yuffie. In all honesty, I just keep the healing on Yuffie as a precaution, but I really don't need it. I mean, it's very plausible to go through the game without with only revive on her and healing on Sonon.
Selection confirmed.
And with Nero, like I probably wouldn't risk it with Nero, but that'd probably be a better strategy to have more HP rather than having the ability to heal. But that's all up to you. I'm definitely a more reckless fighter. I don't do a lot of, I dodge and stuff, but I'm not really much of a dodger. I go all in. So I just naturally am going to take more damage. Like, you know, better players probably wouldn't be, you know, they'd probably do more like this. They'd have, a lot of people use parry. I don't really use parry. Though it actually is very useful. But I platinumed the game without ever even using it, so I'm just not used to using it. I only used it for getting the Gadadamarang, that top secrets, the first top secrets in Intergrade. That's the only time I actually used parry actively.
Selection confirmed. Initiating ordnance deployment procedure.
Also, I think whatever weapon I have on Sonon, he has it lowers the amount of MP you have to use for healing spells, which is really good. I think it reduced it by 20% or something like that.
Test will begin momentarily.
Or by half, or whatever the hell it is. I think Kiraga normally takes 22 MP, and it only takes 12 for me. So it's either, I believe it's the weapon. I can't stand these damn things.
You had to go and wake the beast.
I keep forgetting he doesn't have anything. What the hell do you mean Insight is no longer active? I literally just used it. Okay, he's ejecting. Boom! Okay. Yeah. I can take care of him somehow. I need to get the other guy. Come on, eject. Sonon drives me crazy just standing there.
We're the best.
Whew.
Best there ever was.
Analysis concluded. Beginning final test.
Alright, last one. And then we fight Scarlet's crazy ass.
Confirmed. Initiating ordnance deployment procedure. Subjects approaching test site. Test will begin momentarily.
Wrong screen again. Alright.
Beginning analysis.
Alright, we are just going to... I'm gonna play around with this fool. And you could take some cool shots with these two. Alright, get that windstorm out. And then, truth be told, you actually don't even need elemental, and like I have elemental and I just thought about it. If you have the capacity to use an ATB bar, believe the ninjutsu, I don't know how long it lasts. I think it just lasts until you're done, until the battle's done, but you can, that basically does the same thing from my experience with it.
Only the best for our honored guests, after all.
However, you cannot use like lightning. So if I wanted to use a lightning spell, I couldn't do that. But I could imbue my weapon with lightning. Whee! Wutai's finest. Alright, let's kill this crazy hoe. And then, well, I mean, not kill her, but whatever.
We better hope not, boss.
At long last, Wutai's finest deigned to join us. You've performed admirably.
Quit acting all superior. We both know you're afraid of us.
Is that so? Well, maybe I am.
You should know there's more where we came from. Lots more. And you'll never see them coming. Just imagine a whole clan of ninjas landing on your doorstep.
Oh my! We must do something right away.
Well, you can't.
Don't say that. Won't you at least give us a chance? Allow me to present the latest innovation in Shinra battle armor. Designed by yours truly.
I like that she wears the emeralds. Red and green always go together well for characters. But instead of them like red hair and green eyes, they've done like this blonde hair and purple eyes, but they put her in red and green. So if you think, you know, all those colors complement each other. I don't know why I've become the fashion police all of a sudden. Let's see. I definitely need Sonon to put some regen. I use regen more than anything, particularly in these big battles, because unless you really get hit, it generally takes care of, you know. Oh, you have to do Kiraga a lot less. Let me put it that way.
You're not getting out of this one alive. Try harder.
Oh, I will, my dear. But I rather suspect your wish that I had.
That's terrible design for a mech, though. Why would you have a mech where your whole body, like your whole body, is exposed? Just asking to get killed. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing I'm gonna go for. Oh, good God. Yeah, see, I told you I tend to get hit a lot more because I'm a clumsy player. Let's see. Well, damn. Then, I should probably have waited until she actually fired. kicking my ass.
Bring it on!
I think it's time.
Oh. Ah, not Cactuar. Damn. I should have went with Ramu.
Time to crack some skulls. That's it. The gloves are off. Time to wreak some serious havoc. Stop now.
A moment, if you please.
Hey, don't you know that's cheating?
Uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Pardon the wait.
More? How many of those things you got? Gotcha!
Oh, great. Oh, he is down here. Okay. I mean, she is down here.
See you around. Bring it on. Do your Get lost!
Not a fan of my handiwork, I take it.
Well, duh.
Okay. Abilities and sight. Ah, I probably should have done it. Do that next time. Banishment. Oh, there we go.
Coming in hard and
Stagger. Alright, Sonon, I need you to pray for us. We almost got this biatch.
had to go and wake the beast.
Not a singe on her at all. Dress is immaculate. She's immaculate.
Not nearly mobile enough.
Look at the way she jump. Like, can she really jump like that in heels? Okay, you know.
Hello.
I'm just saying, I wear a lot of heels. I've never done any flips like that in them. Woo! Sonon is not happy.
Proud of yourself, little savage.
What are you doing?
Sleep well. Vice, this is a surprise. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Whew, he never stood a chance in life, that's clear.
These idiots want to digitally replicate me, so I'm indulging them.
All set. Transporting.
I'm telling you, this little boy's gonna be evil. Y'all just mark my words, okay? Nobody believes me. But that kid is gonna turn evil. I mean, he was made by Hojo, for God's sake. You know. He stood no chance. You think Hojo don't know what this kid is up to?
It has been too long since my last.
I would be surprised. So if he isn't evil, he's gonna get hijacked and turned evil.
What'd you do? Tell us.
Is this how it's done in Wutai? You just howl until you get what you want.
That's enough, Sonon. I got this. All right, lady, out with it. Tell us where you're hiding the new materia. Don't play dumb now. We know you've been cooking up something super powerful.
Well, well. Wutai must have some highly skilled intelligence operatives. That, or we have a mole in our midst.
Yeah, got her tied up.
All right, but make it quick.
No idea where they got the rope from, but
you are correct. That's
called Final Fantasy.
Creating an exquisite new materia.
Maybe he carries it around. I don't know. I don't want to ask any questions.
Right. You must think I'm stupid.
Would I lie to you? Regrettable though it is, other plans have been deemed a higher priority.
What other plans?
Well, just between you and me.
And she got some claws on her.
I are going to drop plate number 7 on the slums.
No, it was funny. Like, she put on all that makeup, but she'd be perfectly pretty without it. But she's so vain that she can't stand anybody to see any little flaw on her. So she cakes on all that makeup.
Oh dear. I think your friend might have run into trouble. Aren't you going to save him? Quickly now.
I mean, who gets into... Ah, okay. Crazy town. Crazy town. I was hoping one of these would have some shards, but alas, no.
There you are.
Who are these assholes?
No clue. It just appeared.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
there is no ultimate materia. Not yet. She said it's still in
He's
the
not
works.
what? Hey, Gran.
And she mentioned something else. I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
They're gonna drop plate number 7 on the slums. Apparently.
Blow up a part of the sector.
Wait.
Ooh.
So DJ was being serious?
This is bad.
I mean, I'm sure you could do some real damage with that pole thing he has, javelin, I guess, or whatever, but you need something a little deadlier. Oh! I beg to differ, okay? I think he's gonna be evil. I'm determined that this kid is gonna be evil. Just the way that he was talking to Weiss, if you look at it there and you look at it in the actual Intergrade, I don't know. Something seems awfully sketchy about that kid. Maybe he won't be. Maybe they won't have time to make such an arc. You know, you also have to think about what they have time to do. Because I also think there's a possibility we see Sonon again. But they may not have time to do all that. That's true, but I mean, Cloud was not made though. I mean, Cloud's a real person. He just was tortured for years. But ultimately, Hojo could not erase the person inside him. Chadley is completely AI. Like, AI completely made by Hojo. I'm not saying he's not against Shinra, but I'm also saying it may be more of a, right now, enemy of my enemy type thing. But since he is an AI, he's super, what am I trying to say? He's hyper rational. And that can definitely be a detriment, because if he finds that it's just almost the same with the ruby weapons and stuff like that. It's not the intention of being. Yeah, that's true. Oh, definitely. I mean, he could have been destroyed, but ultimately Cloud was able to keep himself, and Tifa was able to bring him back to himself. Charlie has no Tifa. He has no life outside of whatever he was made to do. And like I said, he's hyper rational, and I think it might be more of a, if he decides that, I don't know, killing humans or whatever may be a more rational route, so to speak. You get what I'm saying. Like, he decides that a certain amount of humanity or whatever, he does something that would be considered evil to human beings, but he considers a calculation, then that's kind of what I'm saying. Not like a mwahaha evil, you know. Sorry. I don't know why I'm rambling on about that. I don't trust him. Let me put it that way. And neither does Max dude, by the way. I like the way that man thinks.
No good. Door won't budge.
Meaning we're trapped.
I've only just gotten to Max dude. I've seen a couple of his streams, but he's pretty chill. Exactly. I was literally going to say iRobot, but I wasn't sure if you've seen it. She over there walking like she on the catwalk or something. Who's she modeling for? You got guards and a total nutcase behind her. It ain't him.
The rest, I leave to you.
And I can promise he's not looking at her. Poor Nero. I feel bad for him, the way they got him. Got him all tied up like this. No life. I mean, the Shinra really turns people evil with the shit that they do. Oh, I love Scarlet's walk. I love it. I'm just saying that it's funny that she's, you know, but yeah, honestly, she kind of reminds me of myself. Yeah, I kind of do a little bit of a catwalk myself. But especially like I used to take belly dancing, especially after you know, take some type of dance and stuff. I don't know, you're more aware of like your hip motions and stuff like that. Oh, that's weird to explain, but oh god, these damn experiments. I think I get my, I mean, we can just fly through this because I can just keep using the the limit breaks.
Where are these freaks even coming from?
So nice.
Really like them to stop. Prepare to feel the wrath of Wutai.
Oh, these damn dogs. I'm sure they don't have anything worth stealing. What was I doing? Oh.
You're not getting out of this one alive.
Bye, doggies. Or whatever the hell those things are. Griffiths or I don't know.
Joke's on you, Shinra, if you think we're dying in this ugly box. That's it! The gloves are off! You're going down! You had to go and wake the beast! Can't take
Whee!
Okay, this is getting old.
There's gotta be a projection mechanism around here somewhere.
And they all of these fighters have a ton of energy. I would be tired as shit after one fight. I'd be done. Man, that windstorm has a big reach too. I was all the way back there and it hit it. Come on. God damn, we almost got it. I have to kill that thing one more time.
This'll blow your mind.
Ramu is definitely everything. One of my favorite summons. I used to like Cactuar a lot too. Very straightforward. No, I'm a froggy. No, we're both froggies. I'll leave quickly. Not the fun about tentacles. Alright, let's get Sonon in here. There we go. Yeah, bet. Girl, who are you attacking? Well, what the hell? That was a waste of time. Ooh, banishment. Yes. Alright, you're done. Ooh, 10,000. 9999.
Now, can we please get out of here already?
All right, now it's time to face Nero. Nero. You'd see how much HP. No, MP, sorry. That Sonon has, okay. Oh, let's see. Let's get out of here. I think I've got enough for the Nero fight. I mean, hell, if I can't beat him with 100 HP, I probably... yeah, I think I'll be alright. Yeah. That's messed up. They're on your side, too. I'm telling you, I would not work for Shinra. These hoes ain't loyal.
Subjects on site. It's time. Initiate the Tviet field test.
Sir.
And they know what this dude... I mean, they're scientists. They see what's happening here. You gotta be out of your mind to be still sitting down here. So I'm going to cast Regen immediately to counteract that stuff he does. I'm gonna hit him with one limit break. I'm gonna do haste on Yuffie.
What are you doing? Aren't you all in the
I guess I can do haste on both.
Fool, there are no teams in deep ground.
Deep background.
The place where my brother and I like to play.
Man, they tie this kid up in the basement and treat him like a freaking animal and then wonder why he's he experiment on him, torture him, and then wonder
Can't blame a girl for trying.
why he's crazy.
Games begin.
Freaks only policy.
Ooh.
Careful. This freak's still pushing.
Alright, what did I say I was gonna do? Ooh, he hit me once and I was immediately like, ooh. Haste on Yuffie. And I'm gonna do a limit break. Nope. Okay. I wonder if I do one of these ninjutsus. I'm curious about something. What I was curious about is if I have elemental and I have fire, would it do both? You know what I mean? Man, it's this way.
Abnormal readings detected. The control program's been compromised. Containment protocol.
They really thought some blinds was gonna protect them from this. Ooh, hopefully I'm not missing a fight. Okay.
Now then, where were we?
Don't know what this crap is, but it's definitely not good.
Yes, embrace it.
Oh god. Okay. Woo! You see how fast my HP is going down? Alright. This guy is no joke. You understand me? He is even overpowered. He is tough on he is no cakewalk on hard mode. I don't know if I've ever actually fought him on hard mode without the Garadama runs. I doubt it. Because once I knew they were there, I spent hours getting them. It hurts, brother. It hurts.
It hurts so much.
This is bad.
Great. Let's get out of here.
Woo!
This is where you die. Over here.
Everywhere.
Let's end this before it swallows us too.
And putting regen. It's about to expire. Yuffie's almost got a limit break. Want to use that, definitely. Appreciate it, Sonon. I mean, not Sonon. Nero. Get some haste going again. I don't know if his stuff is interruptible, but... Oh, no, because those have the exclamation points. That's new to Intergrade, so I didn't think about it. Whoo, he whooping my ass. Alright. Oh, great.
Hey, get your lazy butt up. How do you like this?
Oh, I'm stuck in the corner. Okay.
Allow me to hasten the inevitable.
Definitely using a summon. Whew.
Not my finest moment.
Just stand back. Your boss has got you covered.
Thorns at my side. Dare you? You disgust me.
Don't exactly know how to pressure him either. He just gets pressured by pure luck. I really should heal myself, but I really need to get Ramu out here. Because even if he kills Yuffie again, Ramu will kill him likely. Just because if your character, I don't know if you know this, but if your character dies while you have a summon, they will do their, you know, big thingamabob.
Offer up your lives, your very souls to me. Darkness knows no limits.
Right now, I'm just trying to stay off the ground, but he is not allowing me. Come on, banishment. Whew. Okay. He is almost dead. What the hell is he? Okay. I mean, there's no way that Sephiroth is stronger than this guy, by the way. It really don't even make sense that Sephiroth would still be stronger than Nero. I mean, look what he's doing.
Now, let's finish this.
Gotta tell me twice. Did we?
We did.
Awesome.
Hey, yep, you literally are here for the ending.
Spoil the moment, but
I'm so excited. Yeah, I mean, the only reason he would be stronger than Nero is because he's literally part of the live stream. You know what I mean? Like, it's yeah, good timing. Sonon should have had enough sense. You know, I mean, this man is what? He looked like what? Pushing 40? He ought to have enough sense to turn your back on the enemy. But yeah, hey, Dreams! I talked about you earlier. I mentioned that you pointed out Proud Claude when I was watching your gameplay on it.
Hey, what is it here? Sonon?
Oh, this is rough. Sonan, so sweet. Yes, indeed. I remember that distinctly. Yeah, he should have known. I'm not blaming him for his death, but I'm like, damn, like, really? You saw what kind of power this dude has. Run! You know, they just casually, let me get on out of here. No, it's time to go. Okay? You run backwards. Keep your eye on the prize. You understand me? Poor Yuffie. She didn't even know the man. She is just, I mean, but you see something like that. I mean, that's traumatizing as hell for anybody. Let alone a 16-year-old. Yes. She just met this man. She's been giving him a hard time all day. He doesn't even know her, and he sacrifices himself for her. Now the real test will be if this thing keeps rolling after. I think it will because I have the Elgato. Hopefully the thing will keep rolling after. For a second, I thought it went. I thought it went out. I got scared. Yeah, I just feel, you know, if they were going to, just how much time they take on, like, Nero sort of like consuming his body or something. Almost like he was preserving it. It just feels like if they wanted to, maybe when you come back to Midgar later, this could be some, you know, side boss that you could run into where it's basically zombie Sonan or something. It would also give a little more to her character arc. What I was mentioning before in the stream is since Vincent and Yuffie are no longer going to be optional, neither will their story arcs, you know what I mean? So I think her stealing all their materia, maybe the reason will be a little, you know, they'll add more information about why, but her stealing all their materia is going to be canon. You'll definitely have some arc related to the dad. I'm hoping they'll still have the trials like they had in Wutai, but I think at the very least we're going to hear more about Sonan. Maybe she explains to her father about what happened to him, or he might have parents still in Wutai. We don't know what his home situation is. His parents still could be alive. Maybe she has to give the news, you know. But yeah, if they wanted to do more with this part, you know, we assume he's dead and gone, but why? Think about, like, I guess Nero could have just consumed his body or whatever the hell Nero does. But did you see how weird it is? The way it's, you know, he's like picking him up, and I don't know. I could definitely see some sort of zombies Sonan in the future. It doesn't even say he died, honestly. It certainly looks like it. But as I always say, unless I see like confirmation.
Asshole! I'm not a kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not your sister.
Yeah, that could be it too. I mean, that's, you know, that happens a lot in media where they will clone I mean, that's exactly what it does. You know, clone a person that you have affection for. But I definitely was of the belief that they were going to do some sort of zombie Sonan thing and essentially force Yuffie to kill Sonan. To like save him. You know, like his consciousness would still sort of be there, but he would be completely taken over. And in order to, you know, spare him like a life of hell, just kill him. I think there's also opportunity there for there to be some bonding between she and Cloud as well, if they went that route. Because Cloud, you know, like Cloud is the one that buries Aerith. I mean, I think it's brushed over a lot, but I mean, that is having to bury somebody is not, you know, like he was the one that had to carry her body and put her in the water. He's the one that told Elmira that she was dead.
The amazing
You know,
Yuffie wants you. Join her team in this.
So he doesn't know Yuffie like that, but I could see him taking over where she couldn't do it. Susie Young was amazing in this, and so was Alex. And I'm really glad. Now, it's so cool that they, I mean, because of course there are BIPOC people out here who can voice act just as well as anybody else, but it's really cool that they decided to go that route and make sure that Asian culture was represented in the voice acting. And I think like the turtle thing was really cute. The happy turtle.
Hey, Barrett, were you really walking the whole way?
Yep.
Yeah, I played it in French as well. And Yuffie's great in all of them.
Another full day, give or take.
Question. When my mom
Red looks so badass.
she means from the time you get up in the morning till the time
You see, you notice Cloud's eyes keep cutting over there to
from
Tifa.
the time you get up in the morning all the way through till the time you get up the next morning. So, which is it for you?
Gotta go with Elmira on that.
Barrett and Red look great in the CGI. Cloud, I mean, they all look great, but Cloud doesn't. He almost looks like a different character. It throws me off a little bit.
This is all just same old, right?
That's right. But even so,
I just love how Cloud's like, but I want you to rest because you died earlier.
Yeah, I know.
They're just so like an unlikely bromance. I just love it. They're so cute.
That's comforting.
Of course it is.
But you see, like his face has sort of more starkly Asian features, whereas in the just regular gameplay, he just looks like a white dude. You know what I mean? And I don't mind either way, but I'm like, pick a side. Which is it? You know, because I've always had the headcanon that he was half Asian. I mean that would explain the blonde hair and blue eyes, but also explain him being in this world.
Goodbye, City of Mako.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, you can see all that smog or whatever the hell's going on with Midgar. Man, it's really stark once you leave. I had mentioned this in a stream 100 years ago, but I said it's going to be interesting because Midgar is meant to, like, you know, it's dark, it's gritty, it's, you know, you're in the slums most of the time. You just have this sense of, like, you know, despair and poverty. You know what I mean? It's really, it's like a dreary place. But then to come out into the open world is going to be a very stark difference in the game. It already was in the OG, but now in these graphics, I mean, you can just see just going right outside the city. It feels like a new game almost, as far as the, you know, the visuals. Barrett is like, please get this bird away from me. Cloud and Red are sleeping. I don't know. You know how Tifa doesn't even flinch most of the time when he starts screaming. She is so used to this guy just like, Barrett gets so animated. I guess they've already gotten used to it too, because Cloud didn't even wake up. Ah, what about these birds? You know? You think that'd wake anybody up? Well, never mind. Back to dark and dreary.
Look at that. Where's a roof when you need one?
Gonna be okay?
Well, they really think that... Okay, never mind. I'm not even gonna get into it.
My stomach's in knots.
That's its way of telling you it's hungry. Let's move.
Oh, really? That's cool. Barrett, I mean, I just was so pleasantly surprised by how well Barrett was done. I mean, it's great to have, like, he's funny and engaging, but he's also, I mean, you can tell he's well read by his amount of knowledge in the planetology.
How you been?
They show him as a great father, as a loving husband. That's the whole reason he's doing this, as someone who wants to protect the planet. Like, they really made him a well-rounded character, and I mean, you have to realize how rare that was in the 90s to have a black man represented this well in media, honestly. And they just brought him to life. I mean, I love it. Zachy Pooh, Zachy, come back to us. Now, someone pointed out that a lot of these faces in here are from Sector 7. Yeah, I mean, and John Eric Bentley is perfect for Barrett. But a lot of those faces, someone pointed out, are from Sector 7. But you don't know if, I mean, they could have died, or they could be, that's the thing, they could be alive, but they don't see him, because you would think somebody bursting into a church like that would, you know, people would turn like, who the hell is that? Nobody turns to look at him. That's the one thing I noticed. Nobody turns to look at him at all when he bursts through the church. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's dead, you know, but it's a clue. If he is, that was definitely a clue. And then, of course, the people, since they were in the Sector 7 thing collapsed, they could also be dead. Maybe they went to the church as some sort of, you know, maybe because the live streams there, they were kind of compelled to. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of ways I have no idea what they're about to do with this game. No clue. But yeah, yeah, that was it. Wow, it only took an hour and a half. Because, like I was saying, I have 2 Gadamarungs, and everything's maxed out. I just flew through it. So I appreciate it. That was very fun. And I will have tons of updates for the garden next week, because the Stargazer lilies bloomed today. The Black-Eyed Susans have bloomed. I'll have, you know, more video on them, as well as more information about the meaning of the flowers and the implications that they have to the video game. Because there's a lot of Cloudy, Xaereth. There's some live stream stuff in there, etc. So check those videos out on YouTube, and I will see everybody later. Oh, my next stream will be Tuesday. We will be doing part 8 of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. Bye.